Yeah, hi, we are back with a Facebook Live, the weekly Facebook Live about nucleus exercises and nucleus. So we are a little late, sorry for that. We should have been on at 9 o'clock, but something came up and here we are. Okay, so we'll divide today's session into three sections. That's pretty much the format that we've been following. We'll be talking about the news of the week, if it were, and then talking about the stories or story of the week, and then coming to the question and answers, all right? So the first one, news. So effectively there was an article that had come out about depression and mental illnesses, and in mental illnesses they were talking about the purpose or the role of exercise. Primarily they were saying strength training is a very, very important one. So strength training is very important in mental illnesses. It's not only about the medicines, counseling helps, but the point is proactively what are you doing? So proactively exercise plays a very important role. Physical activity is important, keep active, spread those exercises throughout the day becomes very important. Again, when you're going for that walk, what is important is not only about is it helping your lungs, is it helping your muscles? It's not solely about that, okay? When you're in the park, what is important is, are you connecting to yourself? Connect to yourself, very, very important, all right? Listening to those birds chirping, checking out those hot girls or guys, whatever you are, whatever your preferences are. Point really is, can you start thinking of other things around you rather than just work, rather than, oh my God, what a crappy life we have. So that is the idea when we talk about exercise. So when you talk about cardiovascular illnesses, strength training is super duper important. There was another article talking about antidepressants, which again in mental illnesses, quite a few people will be on them, and that's its association with weight gain. Now we've known this for a while, but there was a very good article showing this whole relationship. Yet again becomes very important that you stick with your exercises. You'll be surprised that cardiovascular exercises have a role, but more important is strength training if you are talking about weight loss and stuff like that, because you're changing the metabolic rate even more when you do strength training, all right? So your burn rate of the calories you've taken in will be higher for longer duration if you do strength training rather than doing a slow walk or a slow run only, right? So strength training becomes very, very important for mental illnesses irrespective, whichever way you look at it, okay? Again, there's a certain movie that's on right now called Deadpool 2, all right? And the star, the actor, main character is Ryan Reynolds. You'll be surprised, as much as he's playing Deadpool 2, the main character, all that stuff, and he's a cool chap, right? The point is, he had his own issues with depression and stuff like that. Same goes with a guy called Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps, he's won 28 medals at Olympics, 23 Olympic gold medals, all right? Again, after the London Olympic medals, he was having an issue fighting his own battle with depression. So the point really is, we all go through that. It is a reality. It does not mean slap people a couple of times and they'll be sorted. Look at it holistically, not only with medicines. Yes, counseling helps. Proactively start fixing it. So my main thing today was, like this whole mental illness and how exercise helps it. Okay, in addition to that, we'll talk about optimal loading. We'll talk about active rest in a minute. Then coming to the stories of the week. Now, just one particular story I have for this week, very, very important one though. I had gone to do a workshop at a very, very good, strength and conditioning gym. And there I was talking to them about various exercises and the uses of it, and how to break them down into smaller units. And I had asked all the trainers there, so I'm talking about the trainers, to show me how is a push-up done. And you'll be surprised when I ask them to do a simple push-up. Everyone does push-ups, right? When I asked them on the ground to do push-ups, what was happening was, when they were in a good position, so where the shoulders should be, suddenly the back was going in a certain position then, okay? So it was just messing up when I was correcting the upper body. Idea is slow down those very simple looking exercises most of us doing incorrectly. If your posture is like this, most guys who go to a gym look like a Hulk looks like this, right? When that is the position, the gorilla looking like posture, what is happening is you've been working on the front. As a 17-year-old, what does a guy want, or 15-year-old? How are the dollars? How are the biceps? beach exercises are about the front, about the biceps, but this is what it does to the human body. Okay? So idea is we correct that posture, and there's a nucleus exercise we do called orange squeeze, where you think there's an orange here and you're squeezing it. All right, so simply doing this kind of movement. Idea is to work the muscles in between the shoulder blades called rhomboids. All right, they are very, very relevant. Again, the middle traps, very weak generally for people. All right, otherwise it does this rounded figure C posture kind of a thing. Okay, and if you're doing bicep curls and bench presses with this position, it's a mess. So one, I want a posture which is just sitting upright, okay, as if you're being pulled up by a string. The other thing is shoulders, take them all the way forwards, all the way back, and then somewhere in center. That's your starting position for doing your any upper body exercises, pull downs, or you're doing bicep curls or bench press or whatever it be, okay, rowing and stuff. Have the shoulders, as I said, take them from the front position. Imagine that bad posture. First, there's a string, pulls you up, okay. Then from this position, your shoulders go all the way back, all the way forwards, and somewhere in between. And now you're ready to go with your upper body exercises when you've done that. Okay, so please, that applies to all, whether you go to the gym and you're a gym instructor, whether you go there as a using the gym, doing something at home, your exercise and all that. Please correct the shoulder position. Do not rush trying to do the floor push-ups right away. Start with orange squeezes, all right, and start with wall push-ups. Use a wall. Just focus on the upper body. Don't worry yet, because push-up is an amazing exercise. It's working the whole body. The problem is most people don't know how to do it, and then they get a knee pain, a shoulder pain or a neck pain or something. So slow down, take your time, fix the foundation, because later you will not have the time to fix the foundation. Okay, very, very important part to remember. Okay. Now let me just get to the question and answers. So we've had a couple of questions already. I'll check if there are more. But the earlier questions are, what are the specific exercises for plantar fascia? Okay. Now, basically, if you imagine this is the foot, plantar fascia starts from the heel, goes till the toes, or the other way around if you actually talk about it anatomically. But the point is they're from here to here, or the other way around. Okay. Now the thing is, go back to your school days. If you are out of school, if you're in school, stay there, and for a while, as long as it takes. But the point is, if you think of the tug of war, the rope that is there. Okay, there are two teams. Okay, I didn't use the board at all. So imagine there's a team here, there's a team here, there's a rope. All right. Now the whole idea is this team is pulling it this way, this team is pulling it this way. All right. And the whole idea is there's pressure in the center when both guys are trying to pull it apart. Now plantar fascia, imagine this being the heel. So this is the heel. There's a muscle here called calf. All right. This is the plantar fascia, and the pressure is around here. All right. And that is what is causing the pain with the plantar fascia. All right. That this being pulled apart here and here by two separate teams. Same goes for the rope that I'm talking about, the tug of war. They're pulling them apart. What is happening is your calf is very tight, your plantar fascia is very tight, and you've got pain somewhere around here. Could be the heel pain, could be the calf pain, could be the plantar fascia. There's a term called plantar fasciitis, inflammation of plantar fascia. There could be irritation around there. That is because your calf and your plantar fascia are tight. All right. It does not stop there. It also depends how your hamstrings are. How are your front muscles and the back muscles around your torso. I think I'll just stick with this one. So basically, if you're putting your foot against the wall and stretching it out like that, that's a good plantar fascia stretch, because you're trying to stretch that plantar fascia bit. So it's a good stretch right here. Okay. The other one is, if you are standing on a stair and you're going up and down the stair like that. So you imagine you're standing on the stair and you take your heel down and you take the heel up. Take the heel down and you take the heel up. Okay. When you're doing that little exercise, you're stretching the calf each time. Go slow, don't rush it. Maybe initially you only want to do heel raises rather than a heel drop, because your muscles will be too much, it'll be too much for them to take it right away. Now that's again a very, very good one. Most people jump to these exercises without stretching the muscles enough, or they're very, very tight, those muscles. So you need to be releasing those trigger points. You'll find some tender, nodular things in the calf. You just need to kind of start pressing that calf of yours a little bit pre-run. Okay, just do a little press, like a little press, before you go running. So it just prepares the muscle a little bit more. then you do your, your calf raises and, your stretch against the wall and stuff. It'll be better prepared, and your range will be better once you've done that. Okay, so that's an exercise that you can do. What I'll also do is I'll separately have a video of the plantar fascia, couple of exercises. I'll share with that you separately. Okay. Then there was a question about sleep and how do you calm down yourself, the exercise. So basically the sleep and, how do you sleep well and exercise and all that, there's some pointers I have for sleep. The first point is have your dinner 2 hours before you sleep. All right. Don't eat and just lie down. Okay. Not a good idea. So have your dinner a couple of hours before you sleep. Very important. Then what you need to be doing is after 15ish minutes after you had your meal, go for a short walk. Okay. Could be in the terrace, on the terrace, could be up and down. If you're living on the first or the second floor, maybe just go 1 flight of stairs up and down maybe. Walk for that 5, 7, 10 minutes if you want at an easy, calm pace. All right. That'll help digest better. Right. So that's the second part. The third part is phone. Simply do not put the phone right next to your bed when you're going to go to sleep. Charge it outside your bedroom or something, so you're not busy with each notification you get up. Yes, I need to reply to this message, or oh, I've got a like, or there's a tweet or something. You need to rest as well. All right, not only your phone. So just put it outside the bedroom. It should not be there. The fourth thing is actually lights. Always have lights, and music should be off when you're sleeping. All right, it is very important you do that. The fifth, the neck. What happens is everyone is talking about how is the mattress, how is the pillow. The mattress is for your whole body, your pillow is for your head. What you've done is you've forgotten about the neck. All right, the pillow is what the neck does. Neck, when you're sleeping, when you're sleeping, your body is sleeping, is holding on to your head, is holding on to your rest of your body, and it's a little tug of war yet again that's actually going on. Okay, and there's a lot of pressure that you have here first thing in the morning. If you slept, if you rested, you should have been rested, you should have felt recovered. And if you're like, oh my God, I'm more achy around the neck, you didn't sleep well. Okay, your posture wasn't well, and you were thinking about randomly too many things. Okay, you need to have a pillow. Can I have the pillow, please? From the other side. So there's a pillow, and I'll show you how to just throw it at me. That's okay. Awesome. And there's a towel there. Yeah. There's a little small towel there. Okay, so here's a pillow. Okay, there's the pillow there, and if we turn it around, so there's the back side of it. Now what we do is we all have been using it for the head. Okay, I want you to start using it lower down. All right, so pull it down here, and what you do is you roll up a towel. Thank you so much, sir. So here's a hand towel. Take a longer towel, the bigger towel, that is the bath towel. You roll it up like a newspaper. Every inch or so you put rubber bands the way the newspaper comes. Okay, now again, as I said, the bath towel, and you put it all the way in. All right, so it becomes like a hump, like a speed breaker thing at the lower end of the pillow. All right, your head goes here, your neck goes here with the pillow, we've just made this little speed bump, and then the rest of the body. So what you've done effectively, similar to when you're flying and you have neck collar kind of a thing, it does exactly that when you're doing this. So if you're lying on your back or your side, your neck is well supported. All right, your neck is getting to rest as well. Now you do these things, it's going to help with your sleep. In addition to that, thank you, sir, I'll just throw it. All right, so in addition to that, the one more thing that I said is when you are trying to sleep and you're thinking about the rest of the world and what has happened, a certain political leader has done this in India or abroad or whatever else, right? You're thinking too much. Can you calm down? The idea is to sleep, rest, recover, right? A very simple tip is to start with today at least, start counting backwards from say a 99 or something, okay? If you think that's too easy, hey, listen, why don't you count odd numbers? 99, 97, 95 and 3 and whatever. If you think that's easy, why don't you think about multiples of 3, okay? So just start working with that and come up with, okay, listen, I need to do it till the count of 20 or so, okay? I think just start with that. I think that's a good start. And then I can come up with some very simple exercises as well, some other things to do. Start with that. Let's just see how you sleep. Do you sleep well or not? Okay, let me look at other questions that have come. So sleep is very important. Again, one point I had with sleep was about, sometimes, yes, you have to sleep for those 8 hours, but there's more. If you are an active person, if you play your sports, there's something called active rest, there's passive rest. So if you've gone for a long run today, or if you ran fast today, tomorrow, rather than just not doing anything, maybe what you want to do is go for a short and an easy walk. Now that's active rest. Okay, so it's yet again, there's some relationship to sleep. That's why I wanted to just bring it up. All right, let's see. And there's nothing I have right now. And alphabets. And I have a thumbs up. And that's all I have. So that's okay. All right then. We'll catch up next week. Yet again on Tuesday evening, we'll be talking about pain. And then probably on Saturday morning, 9 a.m., we'll be talking about yet again exercise and nucleus. And nucleus anyways is supposed to be exercise for everyone, anywhere, anytime. That's the intent. This summer vacation, what we've been doing is we've been coming out with exercise of the day. Like today's, as I said, was orange squeeze and wall push-up. Do 11 repetitions of those 3 times a day or more if you want, in addition to everything else as well. Okay, so there's a whole nucleus program that we have. And our website is www.NukeLeeUs, so us.com. So NukeLeeUs.com. All right, catch you guys next week. Over and out. Share NukeLeeUs with family, friends and foes by liking, sharing and commenting.